Hey guys, Zoia here from the Starcraft Squad, bringing you a little thing unknown and I just did. We had a best of 7 series, and I'm going to be commentating all the games right now for you. So, in the comments down below on this video, vote for who you want to win. Give a little shout out to Unknown, to shout out to myself, whatever you want to do. But the next few videos will be showing you how it plays out. So, I'm going to start just by going straight into Game 1. It was a TVP on Metalopolis, so this is going to be the first game. And not the rest of the games are going to have these little introductions. All of them are to start up straight up in the game, so don't have to worry about that. So, Game 1 is underway. We need to load in now. Come on, load in quicker. Just a little quicker. Just a little. Alright, so here we go. Oops, need to lower that. So, PvT, cross positions, Metalopolis. Really, Metalopolis is pretty standard. I don't really like it that much when I'm Terran. I don't know. I just, for some reason, feel like I lose more on this map as Terran than any other matchup, which seems weird. But so the way this is going to work is it's best of 7, and that means first one with 4 wins. And loser picks the map. First map was Metalopolis, because most people think this is the most standard map out there. So Unknown scouting early. A thing I know about Unknown is he likes to scout early at all times. And when I sent out my pro SCV, he didn't get here quick. I know the ways he scouts, so I knew he wasn't, close ground positions. And at this point, I knew he wasn't close air positions. So I knew we were cross positions. I'm going to go scout that now. At no nodes base, we're just getting standard gateway pylon. And, yeah. The problem with Unknown's choice of buildings here is if I had gotten Zerg. That's the problem with playing a random player. You always have to do that wall off. Always, always, always. And that's not good. If you don't. Say if I was Zerg, he'd be pretty screwed right now if I just went with a 1-base Ling all in. So you have to constantly be careful of that. Now I hide this SCV over here quite well. These little entrances to these little things in the back of Metalopolis now are fully around, so you can hide your probe back here. And if you most people poke right here, be like, okay, I don't see anything. They won't go check behind right here, so that's a good way to hide it. Got my Marine here. Now, right off the bat, I knew what I was doing from this game. I knew I was going Banshees. So my goal right from the get-go is Banshees, Banshees, Banshees. And I have to deny him scouting that, because if he, gets a good eye on my Banshees, that is not good. So, Cybercore just finished. He's getting his Warp Gate, popping up that first Zealot. Now, Unknown is a very expand-heavy guy. He never I don't think he's ever all-in me once in the millions of games I've played against him. So, I'm assuming he's going to go with a 1-gate expand or something of the sort. 3-gate expand. He never all-ins, though. So, I never really have to worry about early pressure from him. So, hopefully he watches this video and he's like, okay, early pressure. But, so I know he's expanding quickly. I don't know that for a fact. Sometimes he likes to do Stargate builds and stuff. But, he usually likes to expand early. Now, Starport's going down, getting the tech lab ready. And then there's his expansion. So we're seeing the 1-gate expand from Unknown. He's got a Stalker and a Zealot. Would have been better if he had a Stalker up here to, prevent my SCV from scouting. But I don't really have an SCV over here anymore. And I've already scouted what was going on. When I brought my SCV through here, I saw that he had nothing except for an expansion. So we, he had nothing, so I knew he was going to expansion. He doesn't do DT play. So I'm already moving the factory. Going to bring the Starport over here. And right now, if you look at the income tab, 21 harvesters versus 26. 21 for me, 26 for him. And yeah, everything's looking great. I'm sitting on a huge amount of minerals right now. I'm sitting on 600 minerals, 300 gas. I could have expanded by it now, but I really wanted to get my cloak and my Banshees going. So both are building right now. I'm pretty much denying him scouting anything, which probably has him worried. Now here comes the cloak and the Banshee. Not getting anything on that yet, and I'm not really doing anything else. I probably need to put down either expansion or more barracks. Now we have a 4-gate coming from him. We have 2 gateways here and 2 gateways here. His expansion almost finished. We're going to see the transfer probe. And we have no robo. So if he would have went 3-gate robo here, this would have worked out well for him. But right now, I'm getting these Banshees, and without any form of detection, right now I'm just scouting, making sure he's, not doing anything crazy. But right now he has no form of detection, which is better for, Banshees, obviously. Now expansion going down for me. These 2 gateways are getting close to finish. So actually we're having a 5-gate, excuse me, I can't count. So we're going to have a 5-gate from him. Heavy gateway units here, which is great for me. Now, right now, Let's take a look at this. 3 sentries, Stalker, Zealot. Whoops, I didn't mean to pause that. And then 5 gateways. What do I have here? 4 Marines and a Banshee. He could probably easily destroy me, quite easily. Now, he's got a lot of sentries. He's getting a lot of sentries, which is going to be great if I come in on the ground force, but once I have these Banshees. And the Banshees, look how close to finishing. There's, excuse me, this Banshee's going to be getting here right on time. So he's now getting the Stargate, which I didn't know he was going. I assumed he would be going Robo. I was like, okay, I'm not going to be able to do this harassment for long because he's going to have detection. But he does get that. And I got my second Banshee on the way. Now here comes my first Banshee. Let's watch how many kills I get with it before he can stop me. Now he brings it over, but Cloak's finished. What do we have over here, guys? No Robo. Right now I'm sitting on a huge amount of minerals, though, 600 minerals. Probably should be, you know, getting rid of that. Salvaged, or bunkered up because I'm afraid of the counterattack, because right now what Unknown's doing is the wrong way to handle this. He should be warping in a bunch of units. Actually, he's kind of mineral starved right now, so he can't, but he probably should have counterattacked me at this point. I mean, I don't really have anything over here. Probably could have did some good damage. So I see the Robo base almost finished. Banshee's currently at 10 energy right now, and I for some reason I thought he had the Robo done, and he was like trying to chase me with an observer. So I should have at this point just kept killing Banshees. Right now I'm almost out of gas. I need to be getting Banshee number 2 over here. He's just sitting here doing nothing. And right now this guy's getting pretty low on gas, but I wasn't paying attention, so I'm about to lose this Banshee. You know, 15 kills though. He's a captain right now. He's a hero in my book. 17 kills, and do I get him away? Nope, lose him. But here comes Banshee number 2, and the third one's over here as well. Right now I got 2 more racks going down my main base. Expansion's building the orbital, and right now more harassment with his Banshee. Observer's finally being chrono boosted out. Income tab shows 29 versus 28. So even though I'm doing all this harassment, I'm like accomplishing nothing with it because my micro is slipping back, or my macro is slipping back in my base. Not building any probes. Now, Observer's finally almost here, and he's going to be able to stop me. I need to get this guy away. Will I move him in time? No, I won't. Need to set myself to busy before someone messages me. Bought this third Banshee over here now, and I'm going to try to do some ping-ponging. Right now I'm finally getting ahead on the Harvester count, and I'm finally expanding, and I've got 2 racks right here, 3 actually. So 3 racks, I'm going to get some something out of this tech lab, put a siege thing. Right now, look how many minerals I'm sitting on. Now I got a 4th barracks over here. I'm currently a supply block, 54 food. And even after all that harassment to do with that Banshee, he's still able to keep up with me on harvesters and still able to keep up with me on food. So even after all that harassment, I really didn't accomplish that much because of how poorly I macroed back in my base. I mean, I'm sitting on almost 1,000 minerals right now. I'm supply blocked extremely hard right now, just now transferring my expansion. So even after all that, Unknown's still in pretty good shape. I mean, income tab, 34 harvesters for him, 32 for me. So he's catching ahead on harvesters now. He's getting +1 weapons. I haven't even gotten an engineering bay yet. I mean, food count 64 for him and 62 for me. So even after all that, he's still in a pretty good position. So I have my 4 barracks bunkers done, but look how hard I'm supply blocked. I'm still 62 out of 62. I'm sitting on so many minerals right now that I can't even spend them. Getting siege check, getting a Raven. Now, I saw how many stalkers he had early on. Thought in my mind, okay, Raven point defense drone perfectly. Now, I'm horrible at spotting observers. He has this observer here for quite a while. I don't even know if I scanned it at all. Look how much minerals I'm sitting on. 1,100. Still 62 out of 62 supply. Finally getting some supply depots down, but I'm going to supply block myself again very soon. Building out these things again. Siege check's almost done. Raven's done. Getting that engineering bay. And right now I'm sitting on 1,300 minerals. So even after all that damage I did with those Banshees, I accomplished nothing. Like, income tab shows 38 to 35. He's still keeping ahead of me. And 84 food for him. We have 78 for me. So he's even in the lead on harvesters or in food. So even after all that Banshee play I did, I didn't macro well enough back in my base. Engineering base almost done. I am expanding again, and I finally depleted my minerals. 100 right now, 200 now. So I finally depleted my minerals. But look how low I am on SCVs. I mean, normally I should have like triple that. So Raven's finally over here, killing that observer off. No upgrade yet on the way. Getting some Vikings because I saw that he had Phoenix earlier, and I was afraid of the Colossus. But we'll have to see how that goes for him. Now expansion's halfway done. He is getting his 3rd as well. So we're both expanding at the same time. And really, I'm just pumping out these barracks right now. I'm actually mineral starved now. So I did a good job of finally finding a way to dump my minerals. And right now we have a lot of stalkers, sentries, and zealots. For him, he actually got +1 weapon finally, and he's not really utilizing this Stargate. I mean, he's got the 4 Phoenix here, and he flies over here, picks up this siege tank, and well, I shouldn't be telling you what happens. We're about to see. But I have my Viking right here. It's gonna poke at these guys. I'll bring my Marines forward. I didn't want to stim them, so I didn't have any medevacs. But short story is, siege tank lives. Now expansion's finished. I'm going to be putting a planetary down on it sometime soon. Nexus for him is almost finished. Should be seeing the transfer for him. There's the planetary going down. Awesome. And right now he's got no buildings really. I mean, he's getting another Robo. He's got the Twilight Council on the way, so we're going to be seeing some charge, some blink. Don't see a Robo Bay though, so we're not going to see any Colossus, I don't think. And right now he's got a pretty beastie force. 116 food here. Right now I'm moving out as well, 115. So right now he's slightly ahead on food count. His harvesters are 54 versus 46, so he's got another big lead. Right now I got heavy Marauder, some siege tanks, the Raven. Now look how many stalkers are in this mix, guys. Point defense drones, stop stalkers. Now we do have a robotics bay coming from unknown, so we're going to be seeing Colossus soon. +1's on the way. Don't know if he saw my army there. I was moving up over here, saw the zealots coming, so I'm like, okay, he's over here someplace. And so this could go good or bad for me. Need to siege up. Here comes the stim. Point defense drone going down. I did lose my Raven almost instantly, but look how many blasts these things are absorbing. It's doing such a perfect job. Look how well I just destroyed this force because of that PDD. Point defense drones are so underused right now. And now, right now, Unknown's sitting on a huge amount of minerals, and so am I, where he could be pumping out more units right now. I do have a small force rebuilding back here. Could have transferred SUVs right here. But this is where the fight's happening. Lots of Marauders. And I still have 2 siege tanks. I mean, look how much that point defense drone absorbed. It's so effective against stalkers. It did so well. And right now, he doesn't really have anything. All his gateways are off cooldown, but he's extremely gas-starved, guys. He has no gas right now. 1 harvester in that assimilator. There's the GG. I mean, he was extremely gas-starved. He couldn't really do anything. So that's game 1 of our best of 7, guys. Good game to both of us. My point defense drone was what won me the game there, so that was a good job for getting that Raven for me. He did a great job, though, not panicking when those Banshees came in. And even after all that damage I did, I mean, one of them had 20 kills almost, he was still able to get ahead of me on the economy. So good job to him. Good job to B. Game 2, hope you guys are ready for it, because I definitely was.